Staying safe online cybersecurity 101. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the crucial topic of cybersecurity awareness and how you can protect yourself from the ever-evolving landscape of cyber threats. We live in a digital world, and just like in the real world, it's important to know how to stay safe. We're talking everything from passwords to phishing to social engineering. Whether you're new to the internet or you've been around the block a few times, this video is for you. Let's get started. Level up your defenses, passwords, updates, and more. Alright, let's start with the basics. The foundation of good cybersecurity hygiene, strong passwords. I know you've heard it a million times, but it's worth repeating. A strong password is your first line of defense against unauthorized access. Think of it like the lock on your front door. You wouldn't want a flimsy lock, right? The same principle applies to your digital life. Make sure your passwords are at least 12 characters long, with a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. This complexity makes it much harder for hackers to crack your password. And don't even think about using password 123. It's like leaving your front door wide open. Even better, use a password manager. They generate and store complex passwords for all your accounts, so you only need to remember one master password. It's like having a high security vault for your digital keys. Next up, two-factor authentication. This is like adding a deadbolt to that already strong front door. When you enable two-factor authentication, you're adding an extra layer of security by requiring a unique code from your phone or email in addition to your password. It might seem like an extra step, but trust me, it's worth it for the added peace of mind. Many online services offer this, so make sure you turn it on wherever possible. And finally, let's talk about software updates. I know, those update notifications can be annoying, but they're crucial for your online safety. Software updates often include security patches that fix vulnerabilities hackers could exploit. Think of it like reinforcing the walls of your digital fortress. Always keep your operating system, web browsers, and apps updated to the latest versions. Most devices even have automatic updates, so you don't have to think about it. These foundational steps are like building a solid foundation for your digital house. They might seem small, but they go a long way in keeping you safe online. Let's dive a bit deeper into why these steps are so important. Cyber threats are constantly evolving, and hackers are always looking for new ways to exploit weaknesses. By using strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and keeping your software up to date, you're making it much harder for them to succeed. Think of it as a game of cat and mouse. The more obstacles you put in their way, the less likely they are to target you. It's all about making yourself a harder target. And remember, cybersecurity isn't just about protecting yourself. It's also about protecting your friends, family, and colleagues. If your accounts get compromised, it could have a ripple effect, putting others at risk as well. So take these steps seriously. Make them a part of your routine. It might take a little extra effort, but the peace of mind you'll gain is well worth it. In summary, strong passwords, two-factor authentication, and regular software updates are your best defenses against cyber threats. They're simple, effective, and essential for staying safe online. So what are you waiting for? Start implementing these practices today and take control of your digital security. Remember, in the digital world, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Stay vigilant, stay updated, and stay secure. Always keep your operating system, web browsers, and apps updated to the latest versions. Most devices even have automatic updates, so you don't have to think about it. These foundational steps are like building a solid foundation for your digital house. They might seem small, but they go a long way in keeping you safe online. So, take these steps seriously. Make them a part of your routine. It might take a little extra effort, but the peace of mind you'll gain is well worth it. Don't be fooled spotting and avoiding phishing attacks. Let's talk about phishing. Imagine getting an email that looks like it's from your bank, asking you to update your account information. It seems legit, right? You might even feel a sense of urgency, thinking that if you don't act quickly, you could lose access to your account. Well, that's what a phisher wants you to think. They prey on your fears and your trust in familiar institutions. Phishing attacks are designed to trick you into revealing sensitive information like passwords, credit card numbers, or even social security numbers. These attacks can have devastating consequences, leading to identity theft, financial loss, and a lot of stress. They often come in the form of emails, text messages, or even phone calls that appear to be from a trusted source. These messages are crafted to look as authentic as possible, often mimicking the logos, language, and tone of legitimate organizations. But don't be fooled. These are sophisticated scams designed to catch you off guard. So how can you spot a phishing attempt? First, check the sender's email address carefully. Often, phishers will use an address that looks very similar to a legitimate one, but with slight variations. Does it really match the official address of the organization it claims to be from? Take a moment to verify this before taking any action. Look for misspellings, grammatical errors, or suspicious URLs. These are often telltale signs of a phishing attempt. Legitimate organizations rarely ask for personal information via email. If you receive such a request, it's a red flag. If you receive a suspicious email, don't click on any links or download any attachments. These could contain malware or lead you to a fake website designed to steal your information. Instead, go directly to the organization's website or contact their customer support through a verified phone number. This way, you can ensure you're communicating with the real entity. And remember, if something feels off, it probably is. Trust your instincts and take a moment to think before you act. It's better to be safe than sorry. Taking a few extra seconds to verify the authenticity of a message can save you a lot of trouble in the long run. Report any suspected phishing attempts to the appropriate authorities. This helps protect not just you, but others who might be targeted by the same scam. Think of it like this: you wouldn't open your door to a stranger without checking their ID first, right? The same level of caution should apply to your online interactions. The same goes for the digital world. Always verify before you trust. Don't fall for the bait. Be skeptical of unsolicited messages and always double-check their authenticity. Be cautious, be vigilant, and stay one step ahead of the phishers. By staying informed and alert, you can protect yourself and your personal information from these malicious attacks. Chapter 3. The Human Factor: Understanding and Avoiding Social Engineering. Let's talk about social engineering, a sneaky tactic hackers use that often flies under the radar. Unlike traditional hacking, which targets software and systems, social engineering targets the most vulnerable part of any security system, the human element. It's all about manipulating people into giving up confidential information or access. This can be done through various means, such as emails, phone calls, or even face-to-face interactions. Social engineering preys on our trust, helpfulness, and even our fear. Hackers exploit these human traits to gain unauthorized access to systems and data. Think of it like this: it's easier to trick someone into opening a door than it is to break it down. This analogy perfectly captures the essence of social engineering. One common social engineering tactic is pretexting, where an attacker creates a believable scenario to gain your trust. They might pretend to be someone you know or someone in a position of authority. They might impersonate a coworker, a tech support agent, or even a romantic interest. The goal is to make you feel comfortable enough to share sensitive information. They might try to evoke a sense of urgency or fear, pressuring you into making a quick decision without thinking things through. This is often done through phishing emails or urgent phone calls. Another tactic is baiting, where attackers offer something enticing, like a free download or a chance to win a prize to lure you into a trap. This can be as simple as leaving a USB stick labeled confidential in a public place. Once you click on that malicious link or open that infected attachment, you've unknowingly given them access to your system. This can lead to data breaches, identity theft, and other serious consequences. So how can you protect yourself from social engineering? The first step is to be aware of the tactics used by attackers. First and foremost, be aware of the tactics. Knowledge is power. Educate yourself and others about the common methods used in social engineering attacks. Be wary of unsolicited requests for personal information, especially if they come from unfamiliar sources. Always verify the identity of the person or organization making the request. Don't be afraid to ask questions and verify someone's identity before sharing any sensitive details. A legitimate request will withstand scrutiny. If something feels too good to be true, it probably is. Trust your instincts and be cautious of offers that seem overly generous or urgent. Be skeptical, think critically, and don't be afraid to say no. It's better to be safe than sorry. Remember, you're in control of your information. You have the power to protect yourself by being vigilant and cautious. By being cautious and aware, you can avoid falling victim to these social engineering traps. Stay informed, stay alert, and stay safe. So there you have it, the basics of staying safe in the digital world. We've covered a lot of ground today, from creating strong passwords to spotting phishing scams to understanding social engineering tactics. Remember, a properly trained and aware individual can be the greatest asset in staying safe online and the first line of defense against cyber threats. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on staying secure in the digital world.